if we go, hey, can we play a little bit of our opening song?
Play on pieces.
Let it go to the light, say yes, and then we'll do universe off track. And then we start our show. Yeah.
To the Lord, everything inside me, Lord, is for you. To the purpose we are here for, to myself and all. Yeah. When is that? Do we have time?
Let it go to the light. Oh, yeah, we're playing walking in music.
So come on in if you're not in already.
It's time to sway.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Boise, to those in the sanctuary and to those at home that are joining us online. I'm so happy you guys are all here, and it looks a little different, doesn't it? We will be doing something a little different, but we're still going to do our spiritual practices. So I invite everyone to just settle in their seat, and if you've had any craziness or frenzy getting here, just allow that to go by the wayside. And if you've had frenzy to try to find us online, you found us. We're here. We're alive. We're going for it. So just settle into your couch, your chair here in the sanctuary, and just settle in. If you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes or lower your gaze. And we're just going to start our spiritual practices with a little meditation, a little quietness. So I just invite you to breathe in deep. Breathe out. Breathe in love. breathe out peace. Continue breathing in love, breathing out peace. Just settling in, enjoying this beautiful, beautiful summer weather we're having here in Boise. Just knowing that all is well. All is well, and you are exactly where you need to be. So let us continue our spiritual practices, and it is my honor to introduce Sandia Fruzen, who will light the world religion's candles from the Christ candle. In religious science, we perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. In lighting these candles, we honor the one family of humanity, made up of over 4,000 religions and spiritual traditions throughout the world. We light the first candle for Christianity. In Isaiah 43:18 reminds us, "Remember not the former things. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now that it springs forth, do you not perceive it?" We light the second candle for Islam that teaches, "Truly in remembering God do hearts find rest." That's from the Quran. We light the third candle in honor of Judaism that celebrates Passover as a commemoration of the liberation by God, a time of new beginning. We light the fourth candle for Buddhism that teaches not to run away from our suffering, but rather embrace it and let us reveal the way to peace. And we light the fifth and final candle for New Thought, believing a new beginning is a time of coming into a higher state of consciousness. So let us quiet our minds and open our hearts to the spiritual message being sung by Narayan and Janet.
There is so much beauty in the universe. There is so much healing going on.
There is so much beauty in the universe. There is so much healing going on.
There is so much love in the universe. There is so much healing going on.
There is so much joy in the universe. There is so much healing going on. So much beauty, so much beauty.
Let us pray. As we are in this beautiful sacred space, this is the space where we recognize that powerful presence of God, that God is all that there is, that one mind, that one presence, that God is love and peace and joy and beauty and happiness and this and so much more. And I know for myself and all people within the sound of my voice right now that we are each spiritual beings having a human experience, but we are connected to that one God. We are connected to each other. We are all one. So I bless all of the hands and hearts that have come together today, before, during, and after, to make this service perfect and whole and exactly as it needs to be. And I say a special blessing for all the ears and the hearts that are going to listen and be part of this service today, that they take in the message and hear it and run with it exactly as they need to be, and this message falls on fertile ground. And I say an extra special blessing for our musicians today as they go through and they are here and they are opening up their hearts and their mind and connected to that divine and allowing God to work through them to do this presentation for us today. So I call this service good and oh so very good. So together we say Namaste, Om, Shanti, Ashe, Aho, Amen, and so it is.
So it is.
And here we go for our introduction.
Good morning, CSL Boise. Today we have incredible performers, Narayan and Janet. Narayan and Janet are internationally touring musicians turned motivational speakers who blend live music with uplifting storytelling. With performances across 36 countries for over 300,000 people, they've shared the stage with transformational leaders like Don Miguel Ruiz, Joe Dispenza, and Michael Beckwith. Their signature talk, Thriving in Uncertainty, explores how stepping into the unknown opens doors to creativity, abundance, and personal freedom. Narayan and Janet are also award-winning songwriters whose music speaks directly to the soul. Their 5 acclaimed albums, including We Are All Connected, All Bliss, and New World Family, and original songs, humor, and heartfelt insights invite audiences to breathe, align with purpose, and co-create with life, no matter what's happening around them. I asked Janet and Narayan what they would like to share, and they said they would like to share love. So welcome to you both, and please.
Can I have a copy of that? I mean, that is really cool. That's a bio, people. We're going to do a congregational first, right? Is that right, you guys? Yeah, okay. And the congregational is yes. It's so easy. Oh, aren't we doing a congregational?
What we're going to do is
Okay.
share our signature topic with you, Thriving in Uncertainty. And we thank you so much for allowing us to do this for you. Reverend Jackie, thank you, and all of you. And there's music sprinkled throughout, and we invite you to sing, and there will be stories. So it's about uncertainty.
So I want to ask you to think to yourselves, what does uncertainty mean to you? It's kind of a loaded word, you know. So think about uncertainty. What does it mean? Does somebody have a definition, their own definition?
You want to call something out? Anything coming to you?
Anything, just quack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Unknown.
The
Right.
unknown.
Right.
What? Exactly.
Okay. Not
Yeah, the
knowing
unknown.
outcomes. That's a common definition. Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Okay. This is perfect.
Scary. Oh man, that's like number 1.
Anxious.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's right. Not knowing outcomes, but we'd like to widen that definition for you right now. We see uncertainty as an enormous pool of potential for growth and expansion.
And freedom. And freedom. That's my favorite word in that thing is freedom.
No, part of me wants to cling to certainty. Is that true for any of you? Because of the uncomfortable feelings, a big package of them that comes along with uncertainty. But today, we're going to share how we've learned to make friends with uncertainty. And we know what's on the other side of that. Creativity,
Freedom.
abundance, It's
I'm,
true.
I'm really into freedom this year. I'm just trying to really rock it.
And we want that for all of you.
Excuse me. And some of our experiences deep in uncertainty in the music business, or actually any business, geez, we've done some amazing things. We played on big stages with big rock stars.
We fell madly in love with each other right before going on stage for a big show.
We got married in an ashram. Cool. That was very
And we're on a whole new career path as after retirement age of becoming public speakers, doing keynote concerts. There's one thing I'd like you to ponder before we dive in here, and that is, as adults, have we lost maybe some of the natural curiosity and delight in new things that we had as children?
I wasn't scared of nothing when I was a kid. So here's the deal. So when I was 5, I was going into the church basement with my mom, you know, and it was all dark and spiders and stuff. And there was a piano in the corner. I had never seen a piano, you know, a light bulb hanging over it. And I went up to this piano, I remember it succinctly, and I kind of touched the key. Well, I touched the whole thing, and I realized the keys made noise. And I made some sound on it. And then pretty soon, I was making chords. Now, where in the heck did that come from? I'm making chords on this piano. So my mom goes, piano lessons. And so, yeah, that's what happens. And then all through junior high, you know, after the Beatles were out, there was little rock groups everywhere. I was in a little rock group. And I don't know if you guys did this, but I had bangs that came down like a curtain. And I hid behind those puppies, you know, and all I could see was my fingers the whole show, pretty much. And but then, by the time I was 14, and I was pretty good and so forth, I got into the coolest band in Tacoma, Washington. Woo! Thank you.
Okay.
And it was really fun. And we were playing a great big dance hall. It was all city dance, and there was a great big stage, and there was lights. I mean, this is the first time I had done something like that. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start coming out of my shell, you know, and see what's going on out there. And I thought, I'm going to dance around a little bit. We're playing some Good Lovin' by What's-Her-Face. And I'm dancing, you know, and I've started really getting into it. I'm 14. My hormones are going. I'm going, and whoa, I fell off the back of the 5-foot stage on the floor, looking up at the ceiling, going, oh, my goodness. I didn't know how to swear back then. But, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay. No bones were broken, so. And I thought, I have to get up and see what my humiliation is. So, you know, I got up, and I looked over the stage. Nothing. Nobody saw. Nobody was pointing and laughing. Zilcho, the band, of course, but nothing. And I'm stunned. I couldn't think that could happen. And from that point on, I never had a stage fright again. Ever. Never, never. At 14, I got over it.
Wow.
I was in uncertainty, and I went, whoa, this is good. So, you know, if I wouldn't have fallen, I wouldn't have had this freedom.
Amazing. I have a stage fright story I'd like to share.
Yay.
So I was 15. And it was my first trumpet feature in front of the jazz band at high school, in front of a very attentive audience. They're all looking right at me, and I was shaking so hard I couldn't even hold the trumpet to my lips, let alone play it. So Mr. King cut off the band, and he came shuffling over. He had me breathe, which helped a lot. I breathed. He counted it off again. I got through my first feature. I actually went on to become a lead trumpet specialist for big bands. That was my early career. I was in demand. And, you know, big bands, Benny Goodman, Harry James, Count Basie, and that kind of music. Until one day, a friend of mine turned me on to the Miles Davis Quintet. Expanded my world. I was like, whoa, that's a different way to play. That's a different story they're telling. And I loved Miles Davis. But his saxophone player, John Coltrane, blew my mind. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had to listen to every recording he did. I transcribed many of his solos and tried to play them on the trumpet. And I read books about him, and one of the authors of one of the books was a friend, a personal friend, and he'd been at his house, and he shared the books he was reading that he had on his nightstand, and they were all about Eastern philosophy. That was enough for me. Next thing, I'm on a plane headed for New Delhi, where I was plopped, splat, right into the middle of uncertainty. Everywhere. Everything was new. The food, the smells, the way people spoke English, the way they interacted with each other, and I loved it. I was really enjoying all the newness all around me, and I wanted to learn more. So I found 2 schools. One was a school of yoga, where I spent 3 hours a day among advanced disciples doing amazing things with their bodies. It was a hatha yoga with a hatha yoga master, and after weeks went by, I became one of those advanced students. And then I also found an Indian music school where I learned to play the tabla drums. You may be familiar. They're like didi-kita-da, didi-kita-dinna. Those drums. I love the sound of them. And also vocal music. I learned Indian voice. It wasn't Scooby-Dooby-Doo anymore. It was Sa-ni-da-pa ma-ga-ye-sa. And I loved it. India sort of took away whatever certainty I had formed in my life up to that point. And it also removed a certain cynical attitude I had been forming as a young adult growing up in the U.S. I was taking a delight in the new things, and I felt like a kid again. It was great. Well, I knew I had to go home at some point. I reluctantly left India, but excited to come back to my country, the United States, and see it with fresh eyes. And that's what happened. I became a freelance trumpeter. And I'm thinking, what happened was I had to take every gig I could get. That was my plan. I was not yet established in being comfortable with uncertainty. And I had to fill the calendar. I was afraid of an empty calendar. That's what drove me. But I was lucky enough to get onto the Harry James band.
So,
But more on that later.
yeah. That's an exciting story. He was 20 years old when he left college, went to India. It was crazy back then. What did your mom say? What? Yeah. Okay, so it's a good thing I got over stage fright, because I ended up being on a lot of stages. I'm so grateful. I got to tour with Albert Collins and James Cotton. James Cotton would go, "Janet, why don't you get over there and play a solo?" And I sounded just like him. Yeah. And these guys touched my heart with their music. They were nothing but heart. And then I got to, prop. This is my stage prop. Do you like it? It's so tiny, isn't it? Yeah. It won't hurt anybody, no. So I got to tour up in Canada with the Drifters. That was cool. And you remember this song. Let's do it. Under the boardwalk, sing it with us. Down by the sea, yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, it was great. I'd love to do the whole song. I know. And then, who else was over with? Oh, and then I got to record with Randy Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, which was taking care of business every day.
Taking care of business.
Everywhere.
Taking care of business.
It's all mine.
Taking care of business. Working overtime. Workout.
Okay, you can go back here. And then there was a lot of other folks, Spencer Davis, Merrily Rush. And all this time I was working with these folks, I was writing music. Maybe some of you have done this, before I even really knew how to play. It was just coming through, you know, how it just happens, it's coming through. So I started recording some of it, and I recorded a song that they did a video to, a black and white video. It was really cool. And it got on MTV, and it did a rotation. And that and 25 cents might buy you a cup of coffee. And that
That's
was
a big
exciting.
deal, though, in those days.
Well, it was
MTV,
exciting.
yeah.
But it, you know, technically, I just want to tell you, it doesn't do much for you, except it made my mom really proud. So, yeah, I know. So, so I made a CD. I got the best producer in Seattle I could find. And all my songs were like, I was going into this high conscious thing. So I called it like high conscious rock. You know, you have to have like a little logo of what you're doing, you know. So I made this wonderful CD. I still like it, which is weird. And guess what?
What?
I got a manager.
Whoa! You're on your way.
Guess what else?
What?
The manager took all the money, and I have never seen him since.
Oh.
Can I have a round of applause for that, please? Thanks. Uncertainty. So I'm in total uncertainty. What am I going to do? The money's gone. So I had to join a local band to make a living, and jumping into certainty. And I joined a band called the Penguins, and we wore tuxedos, and they had gigs up the yin yang. They had so many gigs. So that was going to be a safe place for me to contemplate what I'm going to do next, because my dreams were on hold. I put my dreams on hold, and I really needed a hug.
Oh, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to meet you and give you a hug. But first, I'm on the Harry James Band now. And I'm touring, and I went from there. It gave me some credentials, and I'm playing on cruise ships all over the world, 36 countries, and did that for quite some time, and then went right into touring the United States, almost all 50 states, with Columbia Artists Management, Inc. And, you know, it was filling the calendar. Yeah, every day was full, but, you know, I wasn't taking care of me. I became exhausted, and I ended up coming home with an empty calendar, you know, facing that. And so I'm making a call. I'm looking in the want ads, and hey, under T for trumpet. Really, trumpet player needed? Okay, I made the call. I went to the rehearsal. It was a band called the Penguins. And I show up to the rehearsal, and hi, Janet.
Hi.
I don't know you really, but you look like you need a hug.
So the Penguins, so you get an idea, were a big 10-piece horn band. They did casinos and car shows, my favorite, and festivals. We did festivals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they had the calendar booked as far as the calendar could see. I mean, it was just safe haven. But there's no room for growth in a situation like that. But there is a chance for you to contemplate what you're doing.
I have an amazing memory of a night with the Penguins. There's Janet, by herself, on stage, playing keyboards and singing, because the rest of the band would take a break. This would happen every night. And it was the highlight for me. She would just captivate the audience. And she's playing a torch song. And the audience was torched. And I was torched. And I'm backstage in the dark. And when she got to the end of her vocal part, I just started playing a solo from backstage. And I started slowly walking out. Closer and closer. We're making this wonderful, magical music together, just weaving melodies. And we came together under the spotlight. And it was captivating. Well, the audience, several people afterwards, they asked me, "You guys are an item, right?" And I'm like, well, they were right, but we were the last to know.
Okay. August 15th, 2003, 8:30. We were in the green room, the whole band, getting ready to go out for a gig and getting fixed up. And Narayan and I collided on the bathroom threshold. And we looked into each other's eyes. And then
She kissed me.
wow. Uncertainty.
Have you ever said yes to something way out of your comfort zone, out of your control,
Out of your mind.
to find that in the end, everything worked out perfectly?
Okay, fellers. Here we go.
We invite you to sing on this. The words are, say yes. 1, 2, 3, say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes.
Oh, yes.
Say yes to the day, to the way, to the playground. Say yes to the life in the foreground. Say yes, have the will to be chill in the background. Say yes, I am is more than just a pronoun. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes.
When you're afraid to go into the lion's den. Ooh, and you finally open the gate. Yeah, yeah. You feel that courage flowing inside, baby. Oh, 'cause we're all made of the same thing. Yeah.
Here we go. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes.
When there's nothing down the road but a stop sign.
Say yes.
You go the other way, yeah.
Say yes.
If there's a fork in the road, take it, baby. Just take it.
Say yes.
Uncertainty gonna make your day.
Say yes. Whoa, say yes now. Come on. Say yes. You can do it, you can do it. Yes. To the word, be the word, be the word. Say yes. To the word, to the word. Say yes to the universal forces. Say yes to success along the way. Say yes, even if it comes in morsels. Say yes, something bigger's on the way. Yeah. Yes. Come on, one more time. Say yes. What do we say? What do we say? Say yes. Yeah. Say yes. Say yes.
I think we sang that about 73 times. That's like a chant or something.
We got some singers in the house. Thank you for joining us on that. So we're in the mid-2000s now. We're having a lot of fun. We're in love. We're doing everything together. And it's great.
It's fun. I had so much fun playing music with you. We're writing songs together. If you've ever written a song with somebody, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It can be really joyous because we all have such different habits and stuff. But obviously, writing songs is important to me. So Narayan and I set up a studio in his garage. Felt like high school again. And we started writing music, and I was so happy. We called it Positive Vibes Music. That's what I wanted to do with my life, is to write positive, cool, uplifting music. Uplifting, that was the criteria.
And the feelings that we had going through us then and now was coming through in the music. It was great.
I still remember it. Okay, so during this time, it's not like we were making money here, but during this time, I got a call from Spencer Davis from the UK.
You guys remember Spencer Davis?
Spencer Davis,
Anybody?
give me some lovin'. Give me some lovin'.
Give me some lovin'.
Give me some lovin'.
Give me some lovin'.
Give me some lovin'
Every day. That's
you know
the one.
what was a
That's
thrill
the
for
one.
me was to play that opening organ lick. Oh my God! And so the deal was, so he's putting together a super band to, when we were living in Seattle, to tour the Northwest. And so I brought Narayan to the rehearsal, and I said, "Honey, get your horn and let's go." You know. So they let him play a song at the rehearsal, and Spencer Davis goes, "I can't do this very well. You're in the bond."
I'm in the bond?
You're in the bond.
I'm in the bond.
You're in the bond.
Oh my gosh, this is fun. So imagine this. We're at an outdoor festival. There's thousands of people. Huge stage. Janet's up there just smoking it on the Hammond B3. She just has this power. And the drums kick in, and it's Alan White from Yes and the early John Lennon recordings. The guitar comes in, and it's Spencer Davis. It's Roger Fisher from Heart. And Spencer on the mic, and we were playing music at a really high level and having the time of our lives.
It was a peak experience.
Yeah.
I've since learned it was a peak experience. And is that right? Okay, yeah, I think that's the terminology. And so we knew that we needed some balance in our lives, and that came in the form of a meditation class, a 2-month meditation class, 30 miles north of Seattle, at Tananda, And it was a spiritual community. It wasn't a monastery. There was no shaving of heads and all the
No
other stuff.
monastic vows.
It was really fun. We, let's see, how do I say this? Oh, and so partway through us being there, an apartment opened up. So we loaded up the van
and we moved to
down.
community.
Chicka-boom,
Spiritual, that is. Raja yoga.
chicka-boom, chicka-boom.
Healthy living. Bum, 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 baka, bum, 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 bum.
That sounds like a banjo? Yeah.
It was out in the country, yeah.
Put a hand for that banjo.
Oh, gosh. No, please. That's mouth banjo. I learned it on the band bus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we.
You learn a lot of cool stuff on the band bus.
Yeah.
We meditated twice a day. We did yoga. But regular folks lived at this place. They worked at Starbucks and Microsoft and Boeing, and they were nurses. So it was really a neat experience. And we were there for quite a while. Oh, we got married there. Oh, man alive. There was, picture this, floor-to-ceiling flowers. I still can see it. And there were saris draped everywhere. Oh, my God.
We did a puja ceremony.
We did a puja ceremony with the butter and the... Yes. It was really fun. And we chanted. We did a lot. We always chanted before stuff. And we chanted all the way up. We chanted during the ceremony, 3 hours. And then we chanted back, and we were married.
In our wedding wasn't the only place that chanting happened. It was actually a daily thing at Ananda, which we were okay with. We loved it. Chanting, you know about chanting. It can be like in foreign languages, Sanskrit mantras or Gregorian chanting. But to Janet and I, chanting can be a crowd singing together at a concert, and we loved that.
Raising your voices together. I mean, when I was 15 at a concert, everyone's doing this. It was wonderful. I just felt connected to everybody. I'd never felt that before.
Sound. Sound has the power to change our neurochemistry, our neurobiology, and to increase our neuroplasticity. That's the ability of the brain to adapt and thrive and take in new information, learn new things.
I love it when you talk that way.
When we chant, we're forming new neural networks of positivity, and that's a great thing.
Remember Bob Marley? Bob Marley concerts, everybody was chanting for hours.
Or how about the Beatles? You guys remember this one? Here, let's get a G. Okay. Sing with us. All you need is love. Da, 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 da.
All you need is love.
Bum, ba, da, da, da.
All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love.
Ra, ba, da, da, da.
All you need is love.
Da, 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 da.
All you need is love.
Love. Love is all you need.
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 Love is all
Wave your
you
hands
need.
in the air like you got a lighter.
Love is all you need.
Love is all.
all
Thank
you
you.
need.
Oh, okay. It's hard to stop once you get going on that. And that one really taught me about what chanting is too. I didn't know it, you know.
And we started writing our own chants.
Yeah, we did. Well, you know, and we started putting modern beats to some of these Sanskrit chants and writing our own. And it felt like a great big offering for the world to have these. I mean, some of these chants we had a hip hop beat, whatever. And I went, oh man, if everyone was chanting to their favorite kind of sounds and stuff, we could have like world peace. I had big dreams. World peace. People at stoplights wouldn't get so upset. You know, everything would be really cool. And that's what I thought.
I think it's time we debuted this new music.
Yeah, we had a huge urge to want to play this live.
Yeah.
So we looked around for a venue, And we found a place called Ye Old Country Village.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, we checked
Okay.
it out. Yeah. Okay, so we drove in, and there was a great big 2-story plastic or fiberglass bright yellow chicken right when you,
To welcome you in.
Yeah, when you drive, okay, you're driving in. And then there's all these really cool, there's a kite shop, a bakery, a coffee shop, an art store, a bookstore. Oh, I was drooling. And then off to the right was a huge field, a great big grassy field. And it had a great big stage in the middle of it.
Woodstock!
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So we booked it.
This is going to be our Woodstock. After playing in front of thousands of people with Spencer Davis, we just could visualize the crowds. So we began preparing, and we prepared and prepared. We really dug in. We rehearsed and rehearsed weeks. And we were ready. The day arrived. We showed up with our van full of gear.
Oh, it was full of gear. We had chimes and tablas and djembes and things I can't pronounce, and my keyboards and your trumpet, your flugelhorn, a great big PA system.
We didn't leave anything at home. I don't think we
Okay.
filled that stage. We set everything up just so.
We had a light truss. Remember we brought our lighting truss?
And it was time to start.
Yeah, we were ready.
So
Yeah.
here we go. Everything
Yeah.
was just perfect.
Yep.
Doesn't look like anybody's arrived yet, but this is Seattle, notoriously late. We decided right there we're going to start on time because we have a lot of music. So we did. We launched into our set.
We did. And so we're about 2 songs, and there's still nobody there.
We glanced at each other and, wow, they're really late. Well, we turned it up a little louder and we kept playing.
We got to about 4 or 5 songs in, and you'd think somebody would show up, but there still was zero people.
So we looked at each other and it was like, maybe nobody's coming. Can this really be happening?
Well,
we
we kept
turned it
playing.
up as loud as it would go,
To
and
11.
we kept playing.
We kept playing, and we're 7 songs in. That's like over half a set. It's like, oh man, golly.
Acceptance registers. Nobody's coming. We looked at each other, hearts sinking. And should we even keep playing?
This is supposed to be our life's work, our new life's work.
I remember at that moment we decided to keep playing. We played for the sky. We played for the earth.
Played for each other. And we played for ourselves.
And finished the
Played for
set.
ourselves.
And we got to the end and wiped the sweat out of our eyes, and the adrenaline came down, and we just sort of deflated and realized that, this is our world debut, and nobody came. Nobody, it seemed like nobody cared. Nobody cared about us or our music. And at that moment, every disappointment we'd ever had in the music business came rushing in, and we just felt devastated.
Well, we were completely crushed. So the next morning we got up and we went to a coffee shop to talk it out, because that's what you do in Seattle. You go to a coffee shop and you talk these things out and you feel better, And we invited our friend Mona, who's just like a wise woman kind of a person. And the first thing she said to us was, guys, she was from the East Coast, guys, I know you feel like this is a failure, but remember, you'll remember this phrase, there is no such thing as failure, only feedback. I said, okay.
In other words, if you keep going, there's no failure. Mona went on, And she said, guys, yeah, I feel that you guys want to expand. Your souls want to expand. And expansion is not a one-time event. Expansion is ongoing.
So remember her talk? We call Mona's talk the 3 A's so we could remember it. What's the first A?
The first A, so yeah, Mona's, we still call it Mona's 3 A's.
3 A's,
Because that
yeah, so we
day,
can remember.
she set us on this course. And the first A was a line.
A line, yeah.
We know what it's like to not line up, say, with a job that's not on our career path, or so we need to align with universal forces because they're on our side. We just need to align with those forces. Mona's second A was allow. So if you're holding these high expectations, trying to control everything, that's not allowing. So we need to allow something beyond what we know into our experience.
What was her third A? Oh, awareness. So she said, when you stay in awareness, you can see what's coming at you. And instead of reacting, you can be in awareness and respond and have, be part of the situation, not just get knocked over.
So thanks to Mona that day, we decided to keep going. And a new path laid itself out before her, a new way forward.
And she said, make course corrections as you're going down the road. You can stay out of trouble that way. Okay, yeah. This is called Getting into Alignment, and we would love you to sing with us. This is probably another 72 times you'll say it, but it helps.
Got any snappers out there?
Getting into alignment with the good stuff, with the love stuff. Getting into alignment with the love stuff, the love stuff. Getting into alignment, help me out, with the good stuff, with the love stuff. Getting into alignment with the love stuff.
Ready for a day of ease and flow. Downstream is the way we'll go. Sharing happy moments in the street. You sing a melody, I will play the beat because we're
Into alignment,
getting into alignment
with the good stuff, with the love stuff. Getting into alignment,
getting into alignment.
with the love stuff.
Cooperative components all along the way. Ready to rendezvous, are you ready to play? I close my eyes, feel the breeze. Time slows down.
Take a breath, pause and take a breath, pause and breathe and feel your toes in the sand.
Getting into alignment, we're getting into alignment
With the good stuff,
the good stuff, the love stuff.
Into alignment,
Getting into alignment,
the love stuff.
yeah, yeah. Into alignment, good stuff, the love stuff.
Getting into alignment,
Getting into alignment.
the love.
I'm gonna be your Coco Bailey. I'm gonna be your muse. I'm gonna put a choice before you, you're gonna get to choose. I'll show you where the magic lies. What's going on behind your eyes? You're gonna get to choose. You're gonna get to choose. You're gonna get to choose.
I love these songs that come through us because they help me remember this information. Because I'm older now and I need help. I need musical help. Okay, so here's the deal. Let me just say this. Mona was right.
Yep.
And here's what happened.
Well, we felt better. We felt way better. We started getting gigs playing our music, which was awesome. We even landed a weekly radio show on KKNW Seattle Tacoma, 11:50 a.m. Living Music Radio.
And we started playing spiritual retreats and seminars. We even played the Rotary Club. Everybody wanted this positive stuff. And we called it Positive Vibes Music. That was our best little thingy bob that we came up. And it was delightful. And we did our first CD of original music. Had a lot of chants on it. It had some Sanskrit chants, and it had some smooth jazz.
And part of what was, at that point, maybe keeping us from expansion is we were living in Seattle, where skies are gray. I mean, it's really true.
Right. So here's a sidebar. So we had a conversation, or we were out on the porch in Woodinville, and it was raining, and it was gray. And, you know, the gray comes down to about here. I mean, it's incredible in Seattle. And we had a conversation, and it went something like this. Honey, can we move to California?
Well, yeah, why not? We were California dreaming. California dreaming. On such a winter's California dreaming. On such a winter's day.
I love those.
That was us. California.
So we moved.
We moved to California,
Yeah,
continued
loaded up the van.
songwriting, we
Yep.
continued performing, we even landed a music director position, and we were on a roll.
We were thriving.
We were.
And then, bam, the pandemic happened. And it was uncertainty on a global level. People lost their jobs, they lost their houses, they lost their everything just went completely awry. And everything stopped for us.
Stopped our
and
momentum.
for everybody. Well, the whole music business went online, and we didn't know a lot of technology at that point. You know what I'm saying?
There was so much fear and uncertainty in the pandemic. Well, by now, we developed some skills about uncertainty. And we used those skills. And the adversity strengthened us. It strengthened our inner connection. I like to use a computer analogy. I call it my inner motherboard. So, our neural pathways that we talked about earlier are like new programs, new neural pathways, new programs on our inner motherboard. When we install these new programs, we have new pathways, we have a new experience, a new outlook on the world, and we have new results. It could be finding your life partner. It could be finding your purpose or it could be having more success and making more money. But it's a good thing.
The first thing that we did was we healed our gut biomes. You know what that is? You know, what do you call those areas?
I got biomes.
Oh, biomes. Okay, I don't know this. And so we changed our eating habits, and like Louise Hay says, we stopped mindlessly munching.
And that helped.
Thank you, Louise Hay.
That's right. We felt better. We had more energy. So then we started reaching out. We did something we'd never done. We found mentors. Mentors to teach us a new path. We found masterminds. People like us on the same journey. Our peers. We found tribes and communities to connect with on a larger, wider scale. And
we took the plunge.
we did.
We had to take the plunge, really.
And ultimately, we did things we never would have done before the pandemic, embracing modern tools like automated emails, funnels, and live streams. And ultimately, it led us on this journey of public speaking and doing keynote concerts.
As seniors.
That's right.
Seniors in high school.
So we've been talking about the pool of uncertainty as we wrap things up here. We read this book. It's by Gay Hendricks called The Big Leap. In this book, he calls it the zone of genius. So we were really inspired by this book. We reached out to Gay Hendricks, and he responded. He loved our keynote concert idea. And he also suggested that we put his ultimate success mantra from the book to music, which we did. And we're going to share it with you right now. We're even going to ask you to join us. And if you want to stand up for this, it would be a really good deal. And it goes like this.
Every day,
Every day. 6, 7, 8. Every day, every day. That's your part now. Try it again. Every day. 2. I expand in abundance. Every day. I expand in success. Every day. Keep it going. I expand in prosperity. Every day. 1, 2, 3. I expand in love. Every day. As I inspire those around me to do the same every day. Let's do it once more. You can clap your hands. It's all right. 3. Every day. That's it. Woo! I expand in abundance. Every day. I expand in success. Every day. I expand in prosperity. Every day. That's it. I expand in love. Every day. 2, 3. As I inspire those around me to do the same. Yeah, you guys. Yeah.
I can't believe the guy wrote back to us. I mean, that was just a good sight. I want to read a little Rumi here because I found this the other day, and it sounds like what we're talking about. You love Rumi? Yeah. Oh, Rumi rocks. The first one I was introduced to by him was The Guest House. Whoa. Okay. So this says, allow others to be themselves. Yeah. Allow yourself to be yourself. Don't force, solutions emerge. Uncertainty is reality. Embrace it. Okay, Rumi, we'll do it. Isn't that amazing?
Let's hear it for Rumi. Yeah. We love Rumi. And we want to thank you so much for being here today. You're a great audience, great singing. Thank you so much. We want to make a challenge for you, and that is, in the next 48 hours, in some form, uncertainty will show up. We want you to take 1 minute. Take 1 minute to breathe into your heart. And in a moment of mindfulness, allow those feelings. Take a swim in the pool of uncertainty. And get ready for the exhilarating ride of expansion.
Where beautiful things happen, I have to say.
Make it a practice. See what happens. We have one more song to share with you. We want to say thank you again. And
Thank you,
we
Rev.
do this event at seminars, retreats. If you have one coming up and want to have us do this presentation, talk to us at the table. We'd also love to offer you the song Every Day, the Ultimate Success Mantra, as a gift. Just give us your email address. We will send you a free copy that we recorded. And here we go. It's our last song.
Could we have a hand for Terry and Diane in the back? I heard you were a dancer here. Do you dance here? Yeah.
Let's give it up for Rob at the soundboard, too. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Jackie.
And our
Thank you,
videographer.
Donna.
Yes, thank you.
And Rex is a fellow that I knew back in Seattle in the 70s. We were really good looking back then, weren't we? Oh, my goodness. But we were under the same... okay. You give a sparkle to my soul. Looking out the window, thinking of you. You're here with me. It's the way we are, and if there's a love a mystery. There are things a friend can give you. Put a place inside your heart. I keep my heart wide open and take you in.
You give a sparkle to my soul.
Love so strong, eternal. It's a powerful thing. When I see you in my heart, I get a sparkling thing within. When we see the planets glow, we know we're in a place divine. Flow, oh, oh, oh.
You give a sparkle to my soul. You give a sparkle to my soul.
Smiling faces all around. I linger in your breath.
doing it? You doing it?
Breath together. There we are. No, there's no time, I think, at least in my lifetime, that this world has been more uncertain. So this message this morning is so helpful to us. The story of how everything that happened in their lives, every time they were faced with uncertainty, they just trusted. They trusted. And what is it that they trusted? They trusted that there is a power and a presence and a love that is forever and ever supporting us, sustaining us, uplifting us in spite of our human expression, in spite of our human fears, in spite of what the world looks like. And I know right now, the world for many is uncertain. So we're just going to take a moment and pray as we give thanks for these ideas of how to move through uncertainty. You may not know some of these luminaries and these people that they knew, but every single one of us have uncertainty in our lives. Something that we doubt, something that we're afraid of, something that we wish we could have done better at, and we're uncertain how the world is taking, how we react. And in those moments, all we can do is remember that God brought us forth in this moment, in this time, in this place for a purpose. And all the uncertainty that we are feeling is just what I like to call divine discernment. Something that is pushing us to be more, to step through the darkness of uncertainty. So let's just pray together for a moment. Father, Mother, God, infinite Spirit, living, loving, life almighty, how good it is to center down. How good it is to take a moment to reflect on our lives that have up to this point been filled with uncertainty. Those moments where we doubted, where we worried, where we wondered, and none of that did any good. For God is with us always, never forsaking us, never leaving us. The water will not overwhelm us. The fire will not burn us. For lo, I am with you always, says the Spirit, the great Creator. And so in a world of uncertainty, in a time of uncertainty, we know where to go. And we say, thank you, infinite Spirit. Thank you, universal intelligence. Thank you, God, the creator of all that is seen and unseen. Thank you for divine wisdom, for strength and courage to move through the times of uncertainty in peace, with grace and love. And so in this moment, we spend just one instant saying, thank you, God, for those times of uncertainty, for they have made us stronger, wiser, deeper. And so for all of the prayers that have been requested in this church, for the body temples, for food uncertainty, for job uncertainty, for home uncertainty, for relationship concerns, I just speak the word knowing that it is done, for there is a power and a presence within each and every one of us that already knows the answers. And we say, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. And we just let it be so now. We let it be so. In this sacred moment, there is one certainty. God is always with us. And so it is. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Jackie, for that beautiful prayer, and thank you for Narayan and Janet for the wonderful presentation. Before we close, we're going to do our conscious giving. And here at Center for Spiritual Living, we call it conscious giving because it is not a tithe. It is a conscious giving of what you have received in your life. And we believe in the law of attraction and the law of giving. And what you give out comes back to you tenfold. So as you're preparing your gift and your offering for the, not just to keep the lights on, but to also for the ministries that we do here, all of the ministries that we do, it supports the community, it supports the greater community, because we do give back to what comes in. We give out to a local 403B or C or whatever the local tax code is for that. But we do give back to the greater community. So as you're preparing your gift and your offering, I just want to remind you that we also believe strongly in prayer here. We know that it works. So in your prayer pocket, or in the pocket in front of you, there is a prayer request. You can fill that out and put it in the basket, or put it in the back in the lobby. And the practitioners and Reverend Jackie will pray on that for 30 days. And we know that prayer works. And if you're at home, you can also, or you think of something later, you can email prayers@cslboise.org and submit your prayer that way as well. And also, there is, I need a third hand. In the back, by the, she's waving her hands, by the heart light, there is CDs for sale. They're CDs, not just any CDs. And they also, just random CDs. And they also have these beautiful cards and bookmarks and all sorts of beautiful things back there that you can participate in as well. So if we can have up, well, okay, we're not going to have that up there. But if you can take your gift and your offering, and if you give online, or if you give through your bank, just hold your hand to your heart. And so together we say, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is. So it is. So we can visitors, yes. Oh, and while we're taking up the offering, if you are a visitor for the first time here at CSL, can you please stand so we can recognize you and shower you with love, and you can see how wonderful that we are. We have a little gift for you as well. I know we have first-time visitors. I heard people talking. So thank you. Thank you. You can either raise your hand or stand, and we do have a gift for you. And I was going to say, there is a little gift in there. It is not candy. It is soap. And so if you do try to eat it, it'll take you back to when you were a child and got your mouth washed out. So I thank you very much for being here. And just one quick announcement that before, as we're kind of taking up our offering and getting ready for our last song and being together, that after service, right after service, you are all invited to having brunch with Reverend Jackie and these musicians at the Sockeye Grill on Fairview, which is kind of sort of Fairview Eagle, so it's west of here. That you are all welcome to the No Host brunch and just get to know these folks better and get to know each other better and just have some community. So thank you. And now that we are done with the offering, I just invite you all to gather together, and we'll join hands, do a circle around probably the middle of the service at the center here. And as you are all getting prepared, and just join hands, and we're going to sing a song that, and for those of you at home, stand to receive a blessing, that you see your light and you be your light. And you share your light with all that you encounter this week. And so it is. So we'll need to. Somehow we never
just
get
want
together.
to thank you for all you bring to me. I just want to thank you.
Okay, so we're getting together closer. I think we can get there.
Your love has set me free.
Here we go.
Prayers.
I just want to thank you.
For all you bring to me. For all you bring to me. I just want to thank you. Your love has set me free. Your love has set me free. Oh, are we all ready here?
Ready for the peace song. Here we go. Here we go.
I love peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. God has created let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And so it is. 3 hugs. 3 hugs is required. Have a great week.